3, 2, 1.
Woohoo!
What's good, Enigmites? Fun fact, when you go live, you actually got to hit the go live button, or you spend the first 2 minutes of your show telling funny jokes that only two other dorks would hear. And that's what we just did.
Yeah.
So there is a strong chance that if you see this video, it might get a little weird. But you know what? Hey, it's how we roll, man. Like, it's honestly not going to be the weirdest thing that we've ever done on this channel before. So anyways, welcome, Enigmites. Welcome to our final show for 2024. We just had a laugh. It's our beta going live show. It didn't go well, but you know what? That's because we don't practice, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We're here now. That's all that counts.
Right.
And you're welcome. And you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Here now. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's good to see everybody. Welcome. Welcome to EnigmaCast Live, our final episode for 2024. We decided to go live because you know what? I just got back from South America and we couldn't pre-record, but I'm going to pretend it was some cool hip stuff that we did along the way. And so there we go. Brought two of my boys with me to wrap up the year. So introduce yourself over there, One-Eyed Wonder.
That's me, Sasquatch Steve Taylor. Been jumping on the show now about half a year. In and out, bunch of crazy episodes. Hailing from northern New Jersey and just here enjoying the ride.
How you doing? My name's Sasquatch Steve. I'm from Northern New Jersey. I've been on the show several times. You might know me.
That's right.
I have a very unique, very unique personality.
That was pretty good, right? That was pretty
Got
good.
a very unique personality.
See any new lights in the sky lately?
You know, I haven't
We're not
really
allowed
heard
to
too
talk
much
about
about
other
it.
things.
It might be dying down out here. That or I just haven't been paying enough attention.
Yeah, or people are just like over it.
People might be over it, but it was pretty wild for a couple weeks there.
All right.
Really?
So Jay, walk us in, brother.
Uncle Jay.
Tell everybody about yourself.
Uncle Jay, from Uncle Jay's Urban Legends, among other things. I do book stuff and research and write novels.
Jay's a writer. I haven't done that since July.
I was gonna say I've heard that a few times.
Hi, my name's Jay.
Maybe October.
Hi, my name's Jay. I write books.
Hey, look, how else am I going to sell something?
Got my boy here at Sasquatch Steve Tabor. Let's roll that back.
What was that?
Let my mouth catch up to my mind. Got my boy here at Sasquatch Steve Taylor over there on Instagram, laying it down. The One-Eyed Wonder, the Bigfoot chaser up in North New Jersey, king of the Catskills, right? Pukwudgie expert.
That's right.
Pukwudgie expert. Yeah.
Oklahoma Dogman. Connoisseur, holding it down. Got my boy downstairs from the channel. Uncle Jay's Urban Legend, 3-time published author, board game creator of a world called Pangea Terra Nakarima. Jay, what is the name of your world you created?
So, yeah, it's I wrote a novel. I have 2 other ones that are in the pipeline. And then the world is called Carina Sagittarium.
Carina Sagittarium. I used to date a chick from Vladivostok named Carina Sagittarium, but that's just, that's how it is.
I mean, I named it after her.
There you go. Jay is also the humbly CEO of a company called 11 Dog Media. Jay's got his fingers in a whole bunch of stuff over there, so go to 11dogmedia.com. Steve is too lazy to make a website, so he just rolls shotgun with me, and that's how it rolls. Got my girl over there, our best channel moderator ever, Audacious Amber, holding it down on over there she does all of our chat moderations, sends me the greatest stuff. So everybody give Audacious Amber a poke out in the shout out in the chat. And you got me, nerds, the talent, period. The best looking, smartest, humblest dude on this channel. Right?
That's the word, humble. Exactly.
Humblest guy on this channel, right? Kicking it with my boys. Totally. And so we're going to get into it, guys. Tonight, I just got back from South America. I took a week down there. It was 15 degrees up here. So I decided to grab a bag and bug out. I made 2 mistakes in that process. One, I bugged out nowhere near any airport near me because I couldn't get any flights, so I had to fly out of BWI. Always fun. right? And I was on the Carnival cruises of the airlines Spirit. And if you've never flown Spirit, well,
I love Spirit.
Spirit Airlines is not a airlines, it's a lifestyle. So you know what I'm saying? That's how it is, man. So I flew Spirit back and forth. And the only time I had any type of trouble whatsoever was literally in BWI going and coming back and forth, right? And I got to give my hats off to the people in South America. I made a very good observation when I was down there. I never miss a chance to punch Americans in the gut. 4 dudes ran an airport in Cartagena better than 400 people in BWI can run an airport. Period on that. It's period. I'm not gonna lie, man. The guy at the Spirit counter who checked me in and gave me my boarding pass was the guy that put my bags on the plane and said bye to me as I walked up the stairs. There is no little connected thing. You go out the door, you walk on the tarmac, and you go up the steps.
Old
and you
school.
go
I did that one time when I went down to Cuba. And same thing. We landed there, and they rolled up the stairs.
Yeah.
I walked off, and it was amazing.
They got the little car, the little truck with the stairs on it that drives up to the side of the plane.
So the guy did not even need my boarding pass because he gave it to me, right?
Right. He's like, I know you get on.
I'm the only gringo in line, right? So I'm getting through the thing.
Oh, white guy, exactly. The white guy with the ticket. Get on,
get on, man,
I know you.
I landed at Fort Lauderdale. Went through customs. I had to bite my tongue to keep from getting arrested because customs officials now look like Navy SEALs wearing Kevlar and like what is that even supposed to be, right? Like, okay, get the BW. It was a 2-hour flight from Fort Lauderdale to BWI, and I waited an hour for my bags. The waiting for my bags was an hour, was half the flight, right? And I was like, please Jesus, just let me get out of here, man, and get down. So, yeah. Anyways,
I don't fly. I count myself lucky. I don't fly. I haven't flown very much anymore.
So I mean, Dulles is great, man. Dulles is great, bro. Reagan is not bad. BWI, man, is just it ain't
it's a
there.
nightmare.
It ain't there, bro. It ain't there, man. Like, and it's not the Spirit. It's not the Spirit Airlines, bro. I got there.
I see. I have no context for that. Like,
no, you never
Spirit
flown
Airlines thing, dude. Like I said, I haven't flown in years.
So do you ever see? There's some good videos. Spirit pilots, man, they take those FFA and those flight instructions as recommendations. It's not rules in them, though. There's no such thing as a closed runway for these cats, man. And there's videos you can go watch it, right, where these guys are coming in like sideways. So yeah, man, like the seats. I've sat in C-130 jump seats that were more comfortable. The seats don't go back. They don't go back, right? And like you're
talking about Air America is what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, man. It's pretty legit. It's a lifestyle. It is, man. But like I said, man, I saw one dude
get CIA pilots got laid off.
Yeah, I see like a guy got I didn't see that. But like I saw, but anyways, enough of that, nerds. We didn't come here to talk about how great my vacation was and how pathetic your lives are.
Sure.
We're going to talk about the last year of EnigmaCast, all right? The last year, what we got into, right? And you know what? So Enigmites, tonight's going to be just us doing a quick little recap on. I wrote down 3 questions, but basically we're just going to bounce it around here and we're just going to have a good time and we're going to laugh. And then, like I said, I am actually impressed. Looking at our body of work, we are 56 episodes in. Well, I mean, that solid 52 episodes we did this year. On and off, you guys were in and out, You guys were in more than you were out for bouncing out with guests on it. And I love them all, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, we put a lot of work in this. Like, I'm not lying, man. Like, we put a lot of work in this. Like, a lot of research.
No, it's not. It's definitely not nothing for sure.
Yeah, it's not nothing, man. Like, so I hate to say it. Like, I hate the boys, reach over there and give yourself a little pat on the back on that.
Yeah, right.
I'm happy. so it's pretty funny. And I wish I wish when this channel blows up, I'm talking about like really blows up, where I can like pay people to do the crap I don't want to do, right? I'm gonna have them go back, right? I'm serious. I'm gonna get me one of them H1B151 visas that everybody's arguing about. Right?
No.
And I want to have, I don't know any good Indian names, but I'm going to have this guy go back over our 2024 bodies of work and like go through every episode and cut out like 3 minutes of like and like just paste it together, man. Oh man.
Oh, you mean a montage?
Yeah. Like a whole thing on that, right? To do it, man. Because like I said, I don't have that skill set to go in there to quickly look at it. But anyways, guys. So Enigmites.
That sounds like a job that next year you could give to an AI and be like, here.
Yeah. I'll
this up. Give me a best of episode of all of this.
I'll have Latika do it. You know, from Slumdog Millionaire.
Okay.
I'll have Latika go through it and put it into an AI. So,
oh man.
Fun fact though, what was her the dude who loved her since she was like 4 years old? What was his name in that? Slumdog Millionaire is a great movie, by the way.
I didn't see it either.
What?
I didn't see it. No, I'm sorry, man. I didn't see it.
I don't want you. You're not. Neither one of you coming on the show again until you go and watch.
We're banned now. It's fine.
Until you go watch Slumdog Millionaire. I've broken up with chicks who didn't see The Empire Strikes Back, and if you think I'm lying, ask Jay.
Well,
I
don't
believe it.
Right? They believe it. Yeah.
No, I mean, that's Empire though.
Right?
That's
Star Wars. Star Wars.
That is a pillar.
It's just a movie
of culture. Right?
It's just a movie. So anyway, boys, real quick when we get into it here.
Mm-hmm.
First thing. I got 3 questions. We're gonna bounce around the room. I'm gonna give you guys a second. Enigmites, leave it in the comments what you thought your favorite episode was, or whatever. Answer these questions as we go. Question number 1, and this was a good one, man. What have you learned from our body of work over the last year that surprises you that you actually consider believing it now? What have you learned? Because we've done some weird stuff, man. We've got into some weird, we went down some rabbit holes. I mean, there's rabbit holes, and then there's rabbit holes, man. So what do you like that you're surprised that you believe in stuff that you get into it? Steve, I'll start with you because you're the biggest pessimist that I know on the planet, right?
Well, so even just hearing that question right off the bat, I'm going to say, as you know, I'm definitely the big skeptic here in all this that goes on here on the channel. So I'm going to take my answer in a little bit of a different approach and say one thing that I learned from doing this show that really surprised me is just the vast range of cryptids and stories and all these different things that are actually out there. You know, and most people know about Bigfoot, they know about Nessie, but every week it feels like I'm learning about a new cryptid or new folklore story that I'd never even heard of before. Yeah. And it's just it's such a vast, I don't know, field is the word of different beliefs that are out there. And that really blew my mind. Just the amount of different things that, again, I'm learning every single time we come and do an episode, and in between, every time you're posting on your Instagram, so many different things from never heard of a Pukwudgie before, never heard of a Duende before, Mothman, Dogman. When we did the Hillbilly episode, that was 3 separate topics, and it's just it's crazy. Yeah. I could not believe how much I've learned in just these past 6 months.
Yeah, there's fiduciary in like every state, bro. Like what?
Oh yeah.
Like what? Like
humans. Yep. Humans make up really interesting explanations for things that they don't understand, right? Like you see just these imaginative creatures that get carried over, and then if you like dig into the lore and you can see where the roots of these things come from and how it moves like across our how humans have moved across the world and mixed with each other, and the legends mixed together, and
what about you, Jay?
Right?
What about you?
I think my biggest surprise was the Salem Witch Trials.
We debunked. We ended that.
We really burnt that right down.
That whole story's a lie. That whole story's a lie.
I know
bro.
That one really did blow my mind, because I was like, as I got deep into the history of it, and I started to realize, like, this had nothing to do with witchcraft at all.
And no one got burned.
And no one got burned at the stake.
No one got burned. No witches ever got burned in Salem, ever. That's what blew my mind. Like, because I thought the whole thing's like, burn the witches, right? Like, man, not one got burned, right?
It did not burn anybody. Nope.
Yeah.
Weird, right? And like, having been there, right? Because that's near where I lived when I went to high school. Like, having been there and like basically walked the streets of the tourist industry that has grown up around the legend.
Yeah.
It was really interesting to kind of unpack, like, here's what really happened and here's what it looks like now.
Yeah, right.
And like, just that was a big gulf, right? Because like, there's some people who base their whole identity and stuff.
So for people, go watch
all kinds of craziness.
Yeah, go watch that episode where Jay and I. It's right around Halloween. Jay and I destroyed the and what happened is one of these. I'm going to be careful here because we're live.
It was two families.
I actually just forgot we're live, so let me be careful here, man. So,
it was two families.
No, what got me and Jay on that was a girl who had pink hair sent me a thing saying, "I'm the granddaughter of the witches your people burned," or something like that. Or I'm like your people, like you're white, so am I. So like what? It's okay.
What
like
people?
That would be our
what
people.
People are you talking about?
What people are you talking about?
This
right?
was, and I mean, and when you boil it down, it really was just rich people going after each other.
Just rich people fighting over it. So, anyways, that's going, Jay.
Over land.
Contacting the desert. Welcome to chats, Mr. Payson. Welcome to the chat. I can't answer back. Audacious Amber's locking it down over there. So here we go.
I'm trying to peep with my good eye over in the chat.
I'm gonna get you no. I said we're live.
We're live. Be careful.
Be careful. I know. I got to put a sticky note next time saying we're live, but I can't go back and edit my mouth out of this stuff. So look, check it out.
Next time he's gonna take you with him to Columbia, and they'll fix it for you.
For me, we went over a lot of stuff, right? A lot of weird stuff, man. And I got to tell you, the thing that I believe in now, that I actually am shocked that I would believe in, is them damn Duendes, man, and then them Pukwudgies, man. Out of all the episodes that we've done, right? I got flooded with Duende videos. I'm talking flooded, right? So many of them, right? That I could not believe the amount that they were coming in, right? Of what looks like y'all remember that cartoon,
no other explanation.
The Secrets of Nim? Y'all remember that cartoon, The Secrets of Nim?
Yeah. I do. That was way before his time.
Yeah, so like
I know the name. I know the name at least.
Yeah, so like
we watched that in school.
Yeah, like so that right there, man, is like I cannot believe that like there are in and like I was down at, like I said, I spent a few days in Barranquilla. And I spent the rest of my time in Cartagena. And I flew out of Cartagena and came back. I spent time down there, right? Everybody has a Duende story. They all do. Because I went out there and asked, right? I would just like ask them, right? I went out there. All of them got it. My abuela has one that helps, one tried to kill my sister. One ate my cat. Just like all of them got like everybody's got like a Duende story on it. So anyways.
And I would say, I guess, and we're going back to the question from before. If I had to pick one that I thought was the most believable, I would say the Duende as well, because it's not like I think we were saying even on the episode, people here, some people claim to have Bigfoot stories and so on and so forth. The Duendes are so ingrained in the South American culture that it's almost like you have to believe it, because everyone seems to have seen one or have one in their house or anything like that. It's just like, that's one of those things where it's, it may be more than someone saw something.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with
the idea
of Well, think about this. Here's the idea. When you say ingrained in the culture, it makes me think of something else. The idea of an egregore. Do you know what an egregore is?
No, but I'm shaking my head like I do because I'm really smart. Yeah.
I will not lie like Joe, and I'll say no, I've not heard that.
It's the idea that enough people believe, for example, enough people believe in America, in the Easter Bunny, that in a sense it is actually real.
Right.
Yeah, well, I actually got videos of Duendes. So.
But what I'm saying to you is...
Right, yeah, no,
It's ingrained in the culture. So this idea of an egregore is this entity that manifests from the beliefs of the people.
Jay, stop. Look, dumb that down. Dumb that down for Enigma. Speaking it into reality, Jay, is what it's called. They're speaking into reality. What's that word again?
Manifesting.
No, egregore. What'd you call it?
Exactly. Egregore.
Like 4 people know that word, bro, and you're like one of them.
Maybe.
Big dork. Big
Probably.
Nerd. Anyway, big nerd.
Anyway, it's this idea. It's the power of belief.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, bang on. So there you go. Number two. Number two. What is your favorite episode? It doesn't have to be the one. It doesn't have to be the one that you did. Like I said, what is your favorite episode from the body of work on?
I was thinking about this because I going into this episode, and I narrowed it down to 2. I couldn't pick one. Take a guess. At least one of them.
The one about Alaska, the killer Alaskan Bigfoot.
That was one of them. That was it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that. Remember that place? The name of that place?
Portlock.
Portlock. Yeah, Portlock.
Yeah.
That's the first time I got scared. Was doing the
Curse of Portlock. That was a great episode.
Yeah, Portlock.
And the other one was the Pukwudgie episode.
Pukwudgies. Yes,
I love them. I gotta say, I love them.
You went there. So Steve actually went boots on the ground in Massachusetts looking for Pukwudgies, man. So like he was up there. Where Nantucket? Where'd you go again?
I was on the Cape Cod.
Cape Cod. Cape Cod.
Drove right near Freetown, which is where they're huge up in Freetown.
Freetown.
But yeah,
Freetown.
so those are my 2 episodes. The Pukwudgie episode, learned a lot about those little guys, which I've fallen in love with. And then yes, the Portlock episode, which was really a very serious, messed up episode.
That right there is probably the Terror of Portlock is probably the darkest episode we've ever done, right? Like that is like that episode. Like that's the one place where I talked to Steve afterwards and other people that I probably would not go. Like the other places we've talked about, I'll go in there.
Oh, come on.
Bro, you first. You walk point, Portlock.
I still want to go out to what was the ranch? Why is
Skinwalker.
It went right out of my head. Yeah.
See, I just aggregated that. I aggregated Skinwalker Ranch out of my brain.
Sure, totally pulled it right out of my head. Yeah, you were like, I said, let's go. You can do a night at Skinwalker Ranch, right? Like there's like a tour or something, isn't there?
I don't know.
And you were like,
no, I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that.
No thanks.
Yeah, that's a different type of attack. All right. Anyway, Jay, what's yours, bro? What was your favorite?
I don't know. My favorite is probably simulation theory.
Oh yeah, of course. That's right up your alley.
Because of this idea, right? Like that this is a reflection of something else. Yeah. And it's been in the news lately.
Again?
So, well, Google did some interesting things. They're claiming to have created a quantum chip that has access to multiverse.
Right, exactly. Demons.
Stuff like that.
We're talking to demons.
Demons.
Talking to demons, right? I will say this, though.
Summoning demons.
I will say this, though.
Stuff like that.
Did you guys see, like I said, man, I turned my phone off down there. I sent a haha in your face text to Steve like 2:00 in the morning to some photos when I was in Cartagena. That was the only time I really had my phone on, right? I was like, hey, look where I'm at, nerd. It's 12 degrees where you're at, right? That's not.
My phone was buzzing at 2 a.m. I'm trying to sleep, and I got Joe sending me pictures from his vacation. It was good.
I know.
Nerds.
Typical.
Losers. We got nerds.
I don't answer the phone.
Yeah, so I will say that when I got back and I'm still getting caught up today, man, with some stuff. And I saw some people sent me some videos of the Pope looking like he just stared Satan in the face when they're wheeling him into the chamber that he opened. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, they're opening the Chamber of Jubilees or something like that.
Yeah,
I'm not Catholic, so I'm not versed on
Tom?
exactly what's happening. But I know it's a Jubilee year.
Well,
and they're opening a bunch of doors that have been sealed for hundreds of years because that's a good idea.
and I did see the video of the
When
guys.
everything else is exploding. Why not?
Exactly. The guys that were opening the doors, they did not have ears. I cannot say that. That is weird.
They didn't have ears?
They did not have ears, man. They did not. They were both bald. They were on the inside, which I thought was very strange. And they did
on the inside before the wall came down?
Yeah. Like, yeah, it was weird, man. Like, I don't like, it's just like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, it's weird. I'm not saying, and the guys that opened up, they were both white and they were both bald. They were wearing blue suits. Like, you don't see the direct front of their face, but from the back angle of them, you see their heads, and they do not have ears. Neither one of them do. And I was like, go look it up. Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch that
go
one.
Look it up, man.
Yeah, man.
We
don't have time right now for me to do that, but I'm definitely going to have to look for ears.
It was weird.
I never thought I'd have to say that.
It's a bunch of weirdos, man. What's going on?
I never thought I'd have to actually watch a video to look for ears.
And the Pope looks like he's terrified.
Now I do.
I thought he had dementia, but he's like, he looks like he's scared to death, right? So I don't know.
Well, I mean, both things could be true.
Yeah.
True. So, anyways,
he could have dementia, which is why he's terrified.
Yeah. My favorite episode was episode 13, the Book of Enoch, when we dug into the chapter, the Book of Giants. I've never heard that story before. We read it. Jay read it. I never.
Yes.
That
one is spicy.
I never even that thing is way better than the Lord of the Rings and the Narnia trilogies. Like that story was the most amazing story that I ever read, right? And it explained the creation of the Fae, of the mythical creatures, and what these Nephilim giant offsprings tried to do to not get murked, right? And they got murked, and right, Jay? And I would say to myself, like, again, I always say on this channel, these boys hear me all the time, they say it too. The truth is way better than fiction, man, because wow, if you have not read the Book of Enoch, even if you don't want to read it from a biblical standpoint, if you want a good read, a good story, go read the Book of Enoch. It is amazing. It is Star Wars level good. And I'm not talking about when little Anakin racing a go-kart. I'm talking about...
No, not that part.
It was really good. That was my favorite episode, man. About that. I liked them. I liked all of them, right? But like, so it was a hard decision, man. Like, I put a lot of thought into this day, man, as I was getting caught up. I put a lot of thought into it. Like, I liked them all, right? But like, if I had to go down, like, I didn't think we put out a bad episode this year. I really didn't, man. I thought all of our episodes brought value, right? And when I looked at that episode, and I had, that's the one that blew me, that blew me away, right? Like, I was like, what in the world? How is this not a thing, right? Like, how's not, and like, once you know who Enoch is, he's not a nobody. He's like the seventh descendant of Adam, right? He's not a nobody, right? He's mentioned in the New Testament and the Old Testament. And he's their favorite pet. And he's their scribe. And he was off limits. He was not allowed. You were not allowed to touch him. In fact, you cannot mess with Enoch.
He was the favorite.
He was.
That's what I'm saying. He was the favorite. Like, you got to think, right? So even if you just go by the story, right, and you just treat the story as itself, right? Like, and just this entity, and you go through and you follow the story. Humans were created. There was something went wrong. Something happened that wasn't supposed to happen. Somebody went rogue.
Yep.
and something happened that wasn't supposed to happen, right? And
Somebody lost an eye.
Right. You know what I mean? And things kind of cascaded from there in the story. And so just from a story perspective, you have this one guy who pops out kind of above the others and is like, you know, he seems a little bit smarter.
I told this guy down at Cartagena that Steve lost his eye in a KFC accident with a spork. He didn't get it though. He didn't know what a spork was, man. I was like, no, it's a spoon. When I had to explain it, it wasn't funny anymore. I was like, oh man, no.
It's never funny when you have to explain it.
So anyway, sorry, it is triggered a memory. So Jake, please continue. So you got off the chain, right?
No, that's right. You let the intrusive thoughts win for whatever. I don't know.
Oh my god!
Steve's eating coleslaw.
I was digging into the mac and cheese and got stuck in his.
Those stupid styrofoam bowls.
Hey, bunch of nerds. So, anyways, yeah. So the guy obviously he didn't get the joke because he didn't know what a spork was, man. And then I'm laughing like I am now, right? So he didn't think it all, right? So, anyways, yeah. Yeah,
first world problems.
Started good. Bottom out. It's like this screen goes crazy. This screen goes crazy. So anyways, go watch our Book of Enoch episode 13 where Jay and I broke that down, man, about how the experiment went wrong on that. You brought tears in my eyes, man. Anyway. All right, so here we go. Third one.
I'm still recovering.
Enigma, I told you it's the end of the year episode, man. We're live right now, so you ain't gonna learn nothing new tonight. It's
not. This is gonna basically go until it just breaks into cascade failure, and we're all just laughing or in tears on the floor somewhere.
Unless you've never seen a spork, and you're welcome, right? So,
yeah, right.
Third question for you nerds. All right, boys. Now, what was your most memorable moment of the year, of all of our bodies of the work that we put together? What was your most memorable moment?
Most memorable moment is Joe seeing you in that amazing '80s outfit that you had for the Hillbilly episode.
Oh, yeah.
You rocked those sunglasses and the blonde hair. Oh, yeah. It was beautiful.
I don't want to say white trash comes naturally to me, but I'm going to say white trash.
I wasn't going to go there, but
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say I've been around a few trailer parks, y'all. I've been around.
It wasn't exactly method acting.
I was actually surprised at how easily it came back to me. This came back to me, right?
I wouldn't be surprised if you were rocking that haircut back in the day.
I'll believe. I'll tell you what.
Safe bet, sir.
This time, I'll tell you what. This is what we're gonna do. Next year, a final episode next year. I will post up. I will go find it. I'll go find a picture and I'll post it up, man. Of me rocking a serious.
I've got a really good picture.
Mullet. All right, Jay. What about you?
A V-neck sweat. I got a good picture. A V-neck sweater and a turtleneck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like that.
Not of me, of you.
Me?
I got a picture of you and a certain other gentleman, circa 1990.
Who was it? Clem?
6.
Was it Clem?
No.
Hoffman?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. You.
Believe we were up to no good. I'm sure we were up to no good. Bro.
Oh, it's a delightful photo. I have it.
I got photos of you collection. Too. We want to get into the photo game.
None of mine are incriminating though.
No,
I'm not worried about it.
That was a different. I'm looking around.
Yeah,
that was a different me.
Yeah.
All right,
can't
Jay,
prove anything.
What was your most memorable moment of 2024 that we did?
Probably the Betty and Barney Hill episode.
Yep.
Because that was the one where I was like, you can't really shake that one.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that one's pretty solid. They stuck to their story. They didn't profit from it.
No.
In fact, it kind of wrecked their lives.
Yeah, they got
to a certain extent, and it was coming from two people who were firmly grounded in reality.
Yeah.
Right. And
yes.
So that one was like, it just seems unlikely that they were lying. Right.
Well, also too, I mean,
for me, there is no doubt that they experienced something.
Yeah, and at a benefit here too, man. Like if you're just now finding us on YouTube or whatever, I don't take on a topic unless the bare minimum standard is that something happened, right? Something happened. If people have sent me stuff and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm not. That's like, no.
We don't want a picture of Hector in the backyard with his trash can.
Yeah, exactly. Right. No, that doesn't fly, man. But like I said, we don't have to agree yet. Because oftentimes, I'm not gonna say who doesn't agree, right? But we do agree that something happened, though. We don't agree always. Sometimes we don't agree on what happened, but we do agree that right. Something was like that was something like they saw something was weird there, right? And the Betty and Barney Hill one is based for the show. That's probably the longest one that has the most receipts. It's not the oldest story, but the Betty and Barney Hill story. And this was a couple that wanted to be left. They were an interracial couple in like the 50s, and they were literally living in BFE, Buffalo, New York, right? These people.
Yeah, they were activists. They weren't like, these weren't like kooky people like rubbing themselves with crystals and stuff. This was like
JX.
Upstanding, yeah. Dude, everybody knows rubbing yourself with crystals just makes you dirty.
This makes you dirty, man. This makes you dirty.
No, that one really kind of got a hook in my brain because I was like, that's not easily dismissed.
It's not. It's never been dismissed.
Because a lot of the ones I heard before started doing the show were things that they could be easily dismissed, right? Yeah. I got a pretty good eye for BS, so looking at the fake, like Hector with his trash can, that sort of stuff is what I was seeing before,
Hector,
right?
no.
And then that one was the story that really kind of hooked me and was like, there's something to this. Now, I mean, in the episode I said that was a CIA op because it was probably a CIA op, but they did experience something.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely experienced something. That's a good one, Jay. That's a good one. So I'm gonna go into my most memorable moment, man. And I will say that my most memorable moment that we did on the channel is our Rednecks on Parade episode, man. I'm telling you, when like that right there. Three different cryptids, 3 different locations. We all look like we just left.
3 different amazing outfits, yeah.
Yeah, Cooter Brown.
As soon as that thing came off of my head, it disintegrated into a million pieces.
Really? Oh, you got to get another one, dog. We got to go ahead and kit you up, man.
It was out, man. It was all over the place.
That's funny.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Sometimes I put mine on and hype myself up in the mirror. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, man.
Did you really? You know what, Jen? She said, she's like, "Is that his real hair?" And I said, "Jennifer, no."
So all right. So
she's like, "Oh, he looks very pretty." I'm like, "I'll tell him you said that."
That's right. She recognized it. No, but sometimes I put it on. I put it on and get in the mirror and I tell myself, no matter what they say to you at the Waffle House, man, you're from the streets.
I wonder what they say at the Waffle House.
You're from the streets. You belong here.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Here. I don't go to Denny's. Denny's are for people who can't fight. All right, I go to the Waffle House, right? You know what I'm saying? Where we throw hands, right? That's what we do.
IHOP.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
That's what IHOP was for.
Yeah. All right. So
IHOP is like the world star capital, isn't it?
I've seen videos of people. I've seen some of the best fights I've seen online. I've never been actually in a part of a Waffle House. Was a fight. I've been in a lot of Waffle Houses. I was at a Waffle House about a week ago, but it doesn't matter. That's how I get down. It was IHOP people get knocked out in IHOP, man, and just brawls breaking out freaking in Waffle Houses over stuff. Anyways, so look, check it out. So
over drunk people stuff.
yeah. So I went through the comments. I scanned the comments that I had, right, to go through it, and I picked out 2 of the meanest comments, one for each of you, that was given, right? And I got one for myself. I got one for myself. I got one for myself here too, right?
Love it.
So
where is it at? Can I read it? Can I read my mean comment?
No, they're on in our bodies of work, right? Like people who make video comments, right? So they were in there. So I used to take screen captures, right? And Jay, you remember this one, right? I think you might have responded to it. So one guy said something to Jay. Somebody tell me which way the bald guy's looking, left or right, or is that left or right? So, remember that? The guy was talking about your eye, right?
That's messed up.
Yeah, it's talking about Jay's, right? So it's talking about the other one. And then some guy said
people
something on
out there.
Rumble too, but I'm not going to bring that guy in here because he was like,
No, go ahead.
no, he was like really mean.
What?
I didn't write it down.
That's how I keep people guessing, man.
No, he wasn't
You
about
don't
your
know
eye.
which fucking eye.
It wasn't about
It
your
might be either one. It might be both.
It was yeah,
It changes.
The one on Rumble wasn't about your eye. But yeah, that's funny, right?
I'll do this creepy. I do the creepy eye trick all the time.
Jay, watch my back. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Always. Don't come at me from left.
Don't come at me. Don't come at me from the left, bro. Yeah, so I think the response was he's half iguana. I said something like that. Right?
I'll take it. Yeah.
So Jay,
Probably.
Diamond.
I'm a what is it? What are the dinosaur people? A saurid in disguise.
Yeah,
The
Adele.
lizard people.
Adele.
A what?
Adele's people.
Adele, yeah.
Adele's people.
I'm like Adele, yeah. Like I'm a lizard people in disguise, you know.
Right. I'll do mine next.
Peel the skin back.
This
I'll come with the scales out next time.
Yeah. So this one came from an episode I did with at the Cryptid Women's Society. The girls that were on there from Australia. Some guy says to me, "How does this dork with the frosted tips get 2 hotties to come on to his show?"
I like that one.
Right? Yeah. Frosted tips. What are you talking about, dog? That's 100% real right there, right? Who you calling a dork?
Frosted tips.
So,
I love it.
So I said,
That
"No,
is
man,
funny.
that's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie, man." So yeah, how did
That
the
was
frosted
good.
tips get these 2 hotties to come on his show? I said, "All right, my hair's not frosted. Leave me alone." Right?
if only he knew. Oh my god.
Yeah, no,
Steve,
right?
did I ever
Yeah.
tell you about the time that that Joe tried to pick up a girl in front of a police officer as he was taking down her report?
Yes, this was brought up on a different episode actually.
First of all, sir,
or maybe it was afterwards. But yes, I remember hearing that story.
First of
recently.
all, so Professor Augustus do or does not do. There is no try. I got that girl. Number one.
I know you did.
And
That's
I don't
what
want
makes
to
me
say that I had
cry.
anything to do with getting her boyfriend arrested, but I did.
A little bit.
So Enigma,
Just a tiny bit.
I'll give you a quick rundown on it before I give you the mean comment that was thrown at Steve. We were actually in a place called Towson, Maryland. Amber, you know where this place is at. We were outside of a college called Towson University, and there was some bars up there or whatever. Jay, when you go out with Jay to be your wingman, it's like pouring shark repellent
You
around
shouldn't.
great whites, right? They normally flee.
Yeah, you
but,
shouldn't.
so Jay would go with me because you know what? Like,
It balanced the universe out.
I got spork jokes, and I get them every time with the spork joke, right? It gets them.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're leaving this bar, right, Jay and I. So Jay, we're outside this bar, right? And I'm at the bottom, 30 feet away from Jay. I can't remember the name of the bar what the bar that Jay's in or whatever. They're all dive bars in there or whatever. And this
Yeah, it
dude,
was some little thing.
this dude is he's wasted, right? And I'm standing there leaning up against Jay's car, and for reasons unknown, I was looking at his girlfriend. But anyways, other than that, right? Other than that, I didn't say anything. He turned around to me and he asked me what my problem was, right? Well, he didn't see it from where he was at, but 4 steps over, there was a corner and there were 2 cops standing right there, right?
Coming.
So I said politely, my problem is that hottie's talking to you and not to me. I'm not saying I did it on purpose, but anyway, so this guy's ready to throw hands with me. So Jay comes out of the bar and Jay sees him squaring up with me, right? But the cops don't see him yet. He hasn't came closer to me yet. So Jay's
I don't see the cops.
So you ever seen the Hardy Boys? Woo! Or the Shawn Michaels? Jay busted flex, right? So Jay's coming down the hill to clean this dude's cobwebs out of his ears, right? And so I start giving Jay the wave off, right? I'm like, no, because I see him coming, right? So the guy thinks I'm talking to him. And man, like he turns into like some type of like raging bull and starts coming towards me. And when he screamed, he scared the cop. And so when they took 2 steps, the cop came around the corner and they hit each other. And the cops did not like that. And so he went to the ground and they put him in handcuffs, right? And so the girl was asking,
"That's my boyfriend."
The girl started doing this. "That's my boyfriend." So I'm like, "Hey, it's all right, man. Look, you know what? It happens. Don't worry about it. He'll be out in the morning. You know what? I don't think he's the right guy for you. Let me get your number." "Okay, 443."
I could not.
So Jay's like,
I was. The word flabbergasted doesn't even describe. I was like, what?
Oh my God.
It was like some bad episode from a television show.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, fine, whatever.
And so because my show is PG-13,
PG-13,
we'll not tell you how the rest of that story ends. But anyways, nerds, time to get on.
We went home.
Exactly. Oh, we left. Yeah, we just left, right? We just left. So anyways, we went home and played Quake.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's probably what I did.
Jay went home and played Quake. I went home and sent some text. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Look, so check it out. This is our final episode of 2024, man. So we're allowed.
Right.
So we're allowed.
And that was that, dude. That was a lifetime ago.
That was it, man.
20 years ago.
I'm a Christian now. Have you know that, sir?
I hear you.
Right?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I haven't got anybody arrested since then. I didn't really, so like, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while.
Save that guy's life, man. Save that guy's life.
Maybe. Or
Here
maybe.
comes Sasquatch Steve Taylor's
Let's hear it.
comment. Are you ready, Steve?
Oh, I'm ready.
Are you ready for the drum roll?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have many. Before I go into this mean comment, for reasons unbeknown to me, somehow Steve is the most liked character on this channel. I don't know why, right? I mean,
Don't know how that happens.
look at him, right? If you've never seen the show Dexter, it's loosely based on his life. You understand,
Dexter.
right? You're like,
Dexter.
every single one of those books in the bookshelves has to be 0.763 millimeters apart from the other one, and he will know if one is off. So he comes in, walks the perimeter, and then he's like, you know, I don't want to say that he keeps feet in his closet, but there's a strong probability that there's a hidden doorway back there, full of dry ice, and there's
They
feet
keep
in
finding
there.
those hands off the coast of
Exactly.
Vancouver and stuff.
Right. Here we go.
Canada.
Sasquatch Steve
Let's hear
Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Please somebody throw
Oh no. Please somebody.
Hold on. Oh man. Like this would look pretty good on a t-shirt. Please somebody throw a hoagie in Tony Soprano's hard R nephew. Tell him to shut up talking about Bigfoots. Yours was so bad that it got caught in the word filter, and I didn't approve it, right? Because I don't like that word, man.
Yeah.
Please somebody throw please somebody throw a hoagie in that Tony Soprano's hard R cousin and tell him to shut up talking about Bigfoots, right? Yeah, the hard R, right? Sam? don't like that word, man. Like that's one of the few words I don't. But you know what I'm talking about, right?
I was gonna say if you don't approve of it, you
I
know
didn't
it's
approve
bad.
that word, man. No, like I didn't approve it. Like any other word than that, I would have put that through, man. But like I just don't like that word, man. I just don't. It's not cool, right? And that's saying something, right? Because I'm pretty much wide open with the vocabulary, right?
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
Steve. So yeah, man.
Well, my response to that is we don't call them Hoagies around here, all right? They're subs. So
That's a good point.
Grinders.
Yo, this guy's from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So hey, yeah, there
you
you
want
go.
to talk about Detroit food? Have you ever have a Detroit style pizza?
No. Well, I don't know. Like I don't know if he's from Detroit, but that's a good point, man.
Detroit,
like it's not
Detroit
a hoagie.
style pizza. They put the sauce on top of the cheese.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's just trying to be. That's just trying to be different. That's
Exactly.
just trying to be a snowflake. I think.
Yeah.
At that point,
Steve,
it's just. Well, Chicago has their kind, so we're gonna do it different.
Mm-hmm.
Tony
Detroit
Soprano's
style. Somebody needs a slapping.
nephew.
And that's a great. Yeah, I love The Sopranos. I live 15 minutes from the actual Bada Bing.
Yeah, shut a hoagie in his mouth. Tell him to shut up talking about Bigfoots. This had to be somebody from the South, man. You're right, man. You don't call them subs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The only hate mail you really got, man.
See, but that's weird because it's in different things in different places, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where's Hoagie from?
I don't know.
Hoagie is
sure.
north, isn't it?
That might be a Philly thing.
West. Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, is it? A
Yeah,
hoagie?
probably.
I don't know. Let us know.
Because
yeah,
because when I lived up in Connecticut, it was a grinder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's grinders, po' boys.
Well,
I think that's south, right?
Louisiana, yeah. Oh boy, south.
I call them all cheesesteaks.
Mm-hmm.
I just go like, even though I'm getting I go to Subway sandwich. I'm going to get a cheesesteak, and I'll go.
What do you get at
like
Subway? They don't have to. What do you get at Subway? They don't have chicken fingers at Subway.
Right, exactly right. No, I get the normally I get the tuna on white bread with this no mayo, like it's the driest sandwich on the planet. Right as I'm stuffing it down as I want to.
And he says I'm Dexter. Are we
Right?
talking?
I mean, that's like
Look, man.
the tuna on white.
All my kinks
Did you get lettuce on that?
All my kinks are PTSD related. That's what I tell everybody. Like, all my weirdo stuff is I got PTSD, man. Like, talking about you won't eat yellow Skittles. I know. I've been to Nam. You understand? Like, you know what a yellow Skittle means in Nam?
Dude.
I've been to Nam, baby. No, right? So, yeah, no.
I still can't. I still can't eat. I still can't eat cereal without like sniffing the milk first.
You grew up
For
poor,
the
man.
JP5.
Dang, you grew up poor, dog.
Between the bad milk and the JP5. So to give a little background, when we lived on the ship,
I had to put myself
you had to be
on
careful with the milk because you would get a bowl of cereal, right? You get a nice big bowl of Captain Crunch, and as soon as you hit that little paddle, when the milk spilled out, suddenly you were on the flight deck.
Yeah.
Just diesel fuel, like JP5 jet fuel.
I never ate it.
Straight up wafting.
I never ate it. I never ate that stuff, man.
I mean, I wasn't going to eat it after that, but
yeah, I never trusted it.
I was
man.
mad about the Captain Crunch.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's our year in recap, nerds, in 2024, man. With my two buddies on here on the Ancient Enigma Files. Good stuff. Steve, I will say I'll go around. I appreciate you both. I really do, man. I appreciate you both. I mean, I made you losers, you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, man, like I appreciate you both, man. Like I saved you. I didn't save Jay.
Yeah.
Jay's actually incredibly hard to kill, right? He's incredibly hard to kill, right?
Yeah, pretty hard.
Jay is very hard to kill. Steve was 2 days away from jumping into the Hudson, and I sent him a text and I saved his life, right? He was 2 days away from that. And for the life of me, again, I know people actively searching for you a wife. Let's put it that way, right? So, for the life of me, people. I'm being real careful here, Steve. I want you to be able to sleep tonight. I defend Steve in certain circles, right? Because our women are the same types of women, right? So, and in certain cultures, it's always what did he do wrong? That's the blame. What goes on, right? And I'm always team dudes, man. I'm team dudes, man. as a matter of fact, man, you ever watch Game of Thrones? You ever seen the Game of Thrones series?
I actually haven't, believe it or not. I know. It's on my to watch list. Yes.
So really, well, you're not going to get my joke on there. So there's a couple on that show where one of the guys is called an Unsullied, right? He's like one of the warriors, right? And the Unsullieds have been castrated. They're basically eunuchs, right? And he's with this hot chick named Melisandre or whatever, right? And she falls in love with him despite the fact that he doesn't have anything, right? So she falls in love with him, right? I made the mistake one time of saying, they have this kissing scene, right? And I said out loud, I had an intrusive thought, and I said, how long did it take her to get on his nerves after that happened, right? Like I said that, right? Like I just said that thought, right?
Oh man.
Right? So it wasn't a put down, man. It just came out, man. And I paid the price.
Not long, because he died soon after.
No, he didn't die, right? No, he didn't die. Like she dies at the end, right?
No,
like,
she died.
She died, right? People are like, you don't know true love. You don't know. And I'm like, we're going there. That's where we're going with this, right?
Man.
But anyway, so yeah. So Steve is the nicest. Steve Taylor. I will say this, man. Honestly, bro. You're the nicest guy I've ever met. That's your problem, I think, man. You need a little jerking. You're too nice. That's the problem, right? That's the problem, right? And I say it all the time, like, so I defend you, man. I'm like, does he drink? Steve's never took have you ever had a sip of alcohol, Steve?
A sip just to try a thing here and there, but that's been it.
Yeah. This cat used to work in a liquor store. Didn't drink.
Yeah, that's right. I remember.
That's right.
Yeah, that drank. He doesn't drink. Yeah. Doesn't smoke.
Almost 9 years.
Just got worked at a liquor store for 9 years, right? I used to bust his nuts for that, man. Because like, what are you trying to work your way to manager, like head cashier, right? You searching for that pistol in your face, right? So Sasquatch Steve Taylor is the nicest guy. He's too nice, right? I've never. Y'all might not know this about me, but like, I could say mean things sometimes, right? Not on purpose. Right? So
I've never heard it before. I've never heard that.
I can sometimes get a little bit, aggressive. I mean, if you want to call it that, I'm defending myself, so. And Steve would be like, Joe, well, okay, well, like, so Steve would be like, oh, all right, well, then they make me feel bad about what I just said, right? Steve, I've never heard Steve say anything bad, right?
So what you're saying is it only took you what? Half of a lifetime to find a conscience.
I will say that Jay knows this for truth. I've several years of my life, man. I had no empathy for you, right? Like Jay would tell you, like
it was. Yeah. Well, we were in extenuating. There were extenuating circumstances there, sir.
I would step over your bar. I got to be arrested to take his girl. That's still his chick. so I would step over your body, man, to get to the bar. I'm like, hey, man, there's a dude bleeding out here, right? What do you do? I don't know. All right, so anyway, so that's Steve. My boy Steve is not. That's what I said, man. You're the nicest guy I've ever met, man. I don't know how you're still single. I mean, I know chicks that are into eye patches. That's a true story, right? Like the pirate look. I'm not even lying about that, right? And yeah, so I think my goal is. I think I'm gonna have to take you on all my trips, bro. I am, man. And I'm gonna take you down there. And I'm gonna get you all the way to the finish line, right?
I've been to Colombia, and I'm sure it's a completely different animal with you.
Oh yeah, I believe. No, bro, we're going to 7-Eleven. Hey, look, this is my thing. Like,
yes.
Jay, tell him we're going to 7-Eleven.
Don't.
Right?
Okay, listen.
So hold on, Jay. Steve,
be very careful. Make sure you have your passport. Make sure you have a $100 bill that you fold up and tuck into your sock.
Nah, we're good, bro. Steve, we're good, bro. You got a crush at some chicks? Applebee's is his favorite guy's restaurant. Like, I've never met a guy to get more hyped about going to Applebee's than Steve, right?
Here's the thing, dude. I will say this. I would love to go to Colombia with Joe. but I'm a married man, and I would get into trouble. and that would be not the place for me to be. So, as my, I think, only single friend, yes, you should definitely go. It would be, regardless of any way you slice it, it would be fun.
I'm gonna get you married, bro.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm gonna get you married, and I already know your type. As a matter of fact, it bothers me how bad. I think I got a little bit of OCD, man. I do. It bothers me how bad that I put energy thinking about you two idiots' lives. I'm gonna let you know that right now, right? Like, I got my own stuff going on over here, and I'll be doing something.
You don't have to worry about me, man. I'm all right.
You two, yeah, I do. One of you two freaking nerds will jump in my head, and I'll be like, you know what? What can I do on this, right? Anyway, so like I say, I'm not worried about Jay because Jay will weld two dumpsters together and turn it into a penthouse if you just leave him alone long enough, right? Like, and you'll do like Oscar's can down there.
I'll be fine.
Steve, I'm worried about you, right? So look. And I already know what you need. And Enigmites, as we wrap it up here, if you know anybody like this, or if you're like this, I'm about to describe, I got a husband for you. This guy's got an 850 credit score. He's only been with
220.
He's only dated like
2025.
Yeah, exactly.
90-day fiance.
No, I'm talking about Americans too. Like, yeah, you want a single family home? This
apply
guy,
at the door. No, honestly, if we're gonna do this, let's do it right. If you do want a nice single man, I will vouch for Mr. Steve.
Mr. Steve
as being a nice, very wholesome.
Oh my gosh.
Apparently single man.
Financially stable. Well educated. Only dated one serious girl I ever met. And according to people I know, it's all his fault.
Little mileage.
But I know really. I know her. I don't know her, but I know. But I'm on Team Steve. So.
I mean, if you're down, we'll we'll find you.
I like how this has turned into the dating game episode of EnigmaCast here.
We're wrapping up.
I'm down, man.
We're wrapping up 2024. Matter of fact,
all you gotta do is say the word.
It just came to me, man. You're going to my next Bigfoot festival with me. You're going, right? We're gonna do this, right? Perfect. But this is the type of chick you need, nerd. And I'm telling you, you need this. Audacious Amber, keep your eyes open out there too, right? Because I'm gonna put everybody I know on it. You're such a clean freak nerd, right? You're so. I mean, you're so.
The word is wholesome, Joe. The word is wholesome. Wholesome. Yes.
I call it psychotic, but anyways, whatever, right? So
there's a thin line.
Thin line. So Steve has quirks. Super clean, super organized. Hair's always looking good. Beard's always trimmed.
There we go.
Alarm clock gets same time every morning. Coffee.
All right.
Did shave before the episode, and I did clean my bathroom this morning. So yes, you're on point.
What this guy needs is What
you need is a game show.
Nah. What this guy needs is. It's not a bad idea, Jay. What this guy needs is. He needs a hottie who is a little bit scatterbrained, is messy, come in, go right to the bathroom, clothes off, panties off, take a shower, and just leave it there. Just leave it on the floor. Won't even go to the hamper, right? And she accepts that Steve is such a little, organized, very organized, right? And so she balances. They balance each other out, right? So Steve teaches her how to, be 5 minutes early and not 45 minutes late, right? Because that's what this chick will be.
The Odd Couple.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not casting for the Odd Couple, sir.
Yeah, it'll blend, bro. It'll blend, right?
Not a sitcom.
And what he needs is this girl has to think that Steve is literally her luggage. That no other woman is allowed to touch her man. Not allowed to talk to anybody else, right?
Oh my God.
Yes, goes through his phone at like 3 a.m. I'm talking about we need that right there, right? That's what this guy needs.
Oh yeah, no, that's perfect.
That's what this cat needs, bro. You need some hot sauce in your life, dog. I'm gonna get you there, dog. I'm gonna get you there, bro.
I'm with you 100%.
Exactly.
That's my kind of woman right there.
That's what you need. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. I'm gonna take you some places.
Offensive.
And we're gonna go in there, and I want to say, Steve, I want you to pick the chick in here that's so hot that she scares you, right? That she's like that you would never talk to, and get out of the way because daddy's about the ball, son.
Yeah.
You might not be seen for like a week. Matter of fact, I might just say, look, Steve, if I don't see you for 4 days, be at the airport, man. And if not,
this has gone off the rails.
Yeah, man, I will call the embassy, man. And I'll leave some money at the desk saying, hey, look, when that one-eyed guy shows back up, man, here's $400 bucks. Here's $400 in his passport, man. Just put him on a plane. Here's my Amex. Charge what he owes, and I'll settle up when he gets down, man. But Steve, that's what you need. It scares
me how dangerous this is because of how this has happened in the past.
I was saying, I know he's not joking. Is the scary part.
That's the really weird part about it is I've lived through this before, and it's not, the outcome is never good, sir.
I'm not, man. I'm not joking.
Oh, man.
I'm not joking, Steve, but that's what you need, man.
Neither am I.
You need a little, what I call, you need a little living.
You do need a little adventure.
Nah, bro.
You need a little adventure, but not too much.
Nah,
sure.
Steve, you need a little living crazy. That's what you need, son. You need a little living. You need a little girl to slap you in your sleep. Don't think about another woman.
Should know better, sir.
Who are you dreaming about?
If anyone should know better, sir, it's you.
That's what you need, son. Better. You need to spice it up, dog. You need a chick that's gonna throw them khakis away. You understand? You need. That's what you need.
Throw the khakis away.
And that's what I'm gonna get you, man. That's what I'm gonna get you.
Right.
It is 2025. I'm gonna write it down. Matter of fact, it's going on the wall. It's going on the wall. Oh, by the way,
this man is advocating. This man is advocating for all of the pain and suffering he's endured in his life.
No, I'm worried about this guy, man.
He doesn't want to ride solo on that.
I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this guy, man. I'm worried about this guy right here. That's what it is, man. He needs a wife, right?
All right.
So here, if you, all you women watching the show, you don't even have to be financially stable. You don't even have to be mentally that stable. You don't have to be, you need to be in shape, be in good shape.
I can't wait to see.
And you got to be ready for a husband. We ain't playing games on it, because that's what I'm gonna tell these girls. If they're not ready to get married, then you know what? You ain't that pretty anyways. He picked you. I didn't pick you. I told him to go with this chick right here. That's what I'll say to him, Steve. Right? She's the pretty one. This your friend? Yeah, I see why she brings you around, because you make her look better. That's what I'm gonna say. Right? That's what I'm gonna tell these girls, Steve. For you.
I love it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to learn some Spanish. I'm gonna learn some Spanish. Right?
You haven't learned yet? Come on, I got
personality. I go down there and just smile.
Oh my gosh.
What? Oh, personality? Jesus Christ.
No, the reason why I haven't learned Spanish yet is because when I try to practice Spanish, they
you sound like a Southern American.
No, they want to practice English, and I feel like I end up just practicing English with them, man. I'm like, all right, man, it's cool, right? Like, but I am going to download Duolingo, anyways.
Yeah, I can see how that would work out.
Anyways, nerds, that wraps up our live 2024 EnigmaCast episode. We didn't bring you anything new. We just recapped over the year. It's a good little lay back on it to look back, and we worked very hard. I don't say I love these guys because it makes me feel like a weirdo or whatever, but like I really like these two nerds, and I've known them both for 20 plus freaking years. You know what I'm saying?
An obscenely long amount of time.
Too long, actually, right? Too long, right? And again, never got one thank you from either one of them, but okay, fine, whatever. That's how we're rolling, right?
Yeah, no.
But also, to Enigmites, I want to tell you guys thank you for all that you've done for us. Thank you for being on our show. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for just going on this journey with you.
All of the little things you do for us.
Exactly.
Like hitting the button and all the little things that just keep us actually interested and engaged.
Yeah. I mean, we're such nerds. We would talk to ourselves and no one watch while we would still be doing live.
Yeah, but it's more fun when we think other people have it on there.
But I will say this, though. I'm actually very, very, very surprised. Very grateful. Thank you, God, for the community that we've built on all of our other platforms as well, because most YouTube channels don't last 3 months. And to break the 1 year mark is even a higher attrition rate, actually. It's even more rare. And we're actually just finding our stride, and we're actually picking up pace. And again, I made this post on my other platforms for all the people that I upset in 2024. I'm not going to apologize because
in 2025.
2025 is going to be a lot worse because now we're actually figuring out how to do it right and how to get in there. So yeah, I did get my first death threat. I'll take it as a badge of honor. I was told to go and unalive myself on an Instagram post, and I said, "So you're telling me you're a fan?" And that made it worse.
That made it worse.
That made it worse, right? And I'm not going to block this guy, and I did not delete it, and I pumped it out, right? So,
love that.
You're not the first guy to, shocker,
right?
You're not the first person to tell me that you're going to kill me. Anyways.
Yeah, no.
So anyway.
Not even the second.
So anyways, do us a favor. Hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up, let us know what your favorite episode of 2024 would have been, right? Or any comments on that. Or if you are a single lady and you want to dance with Steve over here, give some spice in this guy's life.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Give us a leave. Steve, say bye.
Destroy his inbox.
Oh yeah, believe.
Oh goodness!
Let me know.
Thank you, everybody. It's been a great year here on the show, and we're looking forward to a lot more.
Yeah, 2025 is going to be a weird year.
It'll be weird, and that's saying something from some dorks like us.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, we give you the hearts. We love you guys, and that's all you get for $1, nerds. We're out. But I got to come over here now and do this.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.